Holy crap, all of the freaking remaining players in Survivor 49 have a shared IQ of freaking 49. Anyways, guys, let's go over this new episode, shall we? The episode starts off with all of the goobers from last episode saying who they think got voted off at the tribal council. And everyone is saying that Rizzo used his idol and that Sophie went home. Yeah, that didn't freaking happen, numbskulls. And then Christina says in a confessional, it would be very beneficial if Sophie goes home because she's in Christina's alliance and therefore Christina would not get any dirt on her hands. I think the saying is blood, not dirt, you absolute dingus. And then they start coming back to camp and everyone's like, holy crap, Batman, MC went home, huh? And then Christina has an absolute mental breakdown because MC was voted out of the game. And then Christina's like, wait, Rizzo kept his idol and MC was voted out? This is the worst case scenario ever. Actually, Christina, it's not the worst case scenario. Worst case, a monkey freaking kills you and steals your underwear. And then Sophie says in a confessional, everyone was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe MC is gone. What the heck? Why wasn't it freaking Sophie? We hate her with a burning passion. Oh, I'm gonna kill her in her sleep tonight. And then for some freaking reason, Sophie, being the absolute simpleton that she is, decides to tell everyone that she doesn't trust them anymore. What the heck? This is my reaction as well, Soph. I don't know what the frick she's talking about, bro. And then Savannah tells Soph that she got an extra vote in her advantage last episode. And I'm not gonna lie, every single episode, Savannah's hairdo looks more and more like she's a freaking cave woman. And then, unfortunately, I think Alex and Steven are rubbing off on Soph here because she has her freaking worst confessional in the entire show so far. She says, yeah, Savannah told me she has an extra vote, and we're at final 9 right now, so if we use that extra vote, it could be an extra number for us. Yeah, no freaking kidding, so. Yeah, but this trio is absolutely dangerous when it comes to advantages. I mean, Savannah's got an extra vote, Rizzo's got an idol, and Soph has the knowledge is power. This trio is busted, brother. And then Rizdork says he had an absolute masterclass last vote, which, like, I would agree with him, but then he had to freaking ruin my entire life by saying it was cinematic. Like, bruh, you don't have to freaking add that after every sentence, brother. We get it. You like Gen Z slang, brother. I'm not gonna lie, if Rizzo here is one of the players that's on 50 from this season, and he says 6'7", I'm going to throw myself into my TV.
It was absolutely cinematic.
And then we head to daytime, and holy crap, Swagbird is back! Yo, Swagbird in the comments, baby! And Steven says, now that MC is gone, he's feeling very mega sad. But I don't believe him, because he doesn't have a sob story montage. You can only be sad if you get a montage, buddy! But anyway, Steven says, now that Minecraft is gone, he needs to find a new person to put all of his trust into, and that person is Sage, the blackhead collector, the poop lover, the pee off the boat person. Are we sure, Steven? And then Steven tells Sage that Christina found the hidden immunity idol. And I'm not gonna lie, Steven, you could, like, probably just steal her idol and she would forget that she even found it in the first place. And then Steven says that Sophie had very little teeny tiny weeny tiny teeny game awareness because she didn't know that everyone freaking hated her in the game. And then we get a shot of a snake. Oh, I know what happens now. And now for the 12th time in a row, the stupid butt muncher Sophie is talking about how, oh, it was so weird how everyone said, oh, why the heck is MC gone and not Sophie? Yeah, we get it, bro. You think it's weird. Shut up. And then freaking Sophie has, like, one of the worst analogies that I've ever heard in, like, my entire life. Like, I think her analogy, like, made me 14% dumber. And then she says she's gonna start playing Sophie Segretti Survivor. What the heck were you doing before? Playing dodgeball, buddy? And then Sophie goes, oh, I'm not gonna run back and tell them everything I'm telling you right now. Sophie, why the heck would you even say that? Like, just don't say that. Just don't say that. And then Soph's like, wait a second. The other Sophie is having a mental breakdown. I can use this to my advantage. Hop on board, buddy. And then Sage asks Alex, the red-nosed human being, who he wants to get out of the game next. And he goes, well, honestly, either, Rizzo or Savannah or even maybe Sophie, any of those guys. And then Alex has another freaking yap session of a confessional saying, oh yeah, I'm in everybody's good graces, I'm playing all sides, I'm being a little idiot head. And then Alex also tries to talk to Savannah and Rizzo. And Rizzo's like, I'm not buying into your fake kindness, you dork. I see right through it, because I'm the Rizgad, R-I-Z-G-O-D, baby. And then we head to the reward challenge. And did you guys know that Paw Patrol is having a Christmas special on November 28th? That is so swagalicious. And Jeff says that the remaining turd burglars will be split up into 2 different teams, 4 on each team, and the last bozo not selected for a team will be the remaining person and will be able to pick one of the 2 teams that they think will win. And if that team wins, they get to go on reward with them. And if they don't, then they don't. And Jeff says that the reward is fried chicken. And, yeah.
So I'm trying to lock in.
On the first team, we have Idiot Face, Cerie from Wish, Alex the Butt Kisser, and Savannah Banana. And on the other team, we have Psychopath Sage, Steven Universe, Jive and Jawan, and the Riz Dork. And Alex wins it for his team, but then something very unexpected happens. Christina the Crustacean wants to give up her spot on the reward for her homie G, Jawan. Christina, what the heck are we doing? And then Jawan's like, I don't know, Uncle Jeff. I don't like to receive stuff. Man, Christmas at your house must have been really freaking cheap, bruh. And then Christina starts freaking sobbing. Chris, it's literally just fried chicken. It's not that deep, bro. And then Jawan finally agrees to eat the freaking chicken. Let's go, bruh.
Another unexpected moment.
Okay, Jeff, let's freaking stop the glaze, buddy. This ain't no freaking Joe and Eva moment. She gave up fried chicken, bro. It's not that big of a deal. And then we head to the people who won the challenge and also Jawan. And then they do a French fry toast, which, like, you can't freaking toast French fries now, can ya? That's for bread, you moron. And then Jawan says he can feel his superpowers coming back. This whole segment of the show feels like it's kind of like racially motivated, kind of. And then Alex says something that I don't really care about because it's Alex, but whatever. And then Jawan at the fried chicken reward just has a sob story about how his dad wasn't in his life. Are the editors doing this on purpose, or like what's happening? And not gonna lie, this picture goes extremely freaking hard. And then for the 94th time, freaking Sophie, the moronic doofus that she is, feels the need to tell everyone how devastated her heart was when everyone was so sad that MC was voted off instead of her. We freaking get it, buddy! And then Savannah says that Sophie and her should work together because they're both... And then Jawan says that him and Sage are the top dogs. Are we, like, talking, like, chihuahuas? Because, like, sure, dude. And then we head to the players that didn't win the challenge and Christina. And this has got to be one of the freaking goofiest montages in Survivor existence. Steven is having PTSD from murdering all of those freaking chickens. And then Sage and Christina are talking about getting rid of Rizzo or Savannah. And let's be honest, we know that neither of those things are happening anytime soon. And then Christina says she wants to flush Rizzo's idol, but in reality, she wants heckin' fleckin' schmeckin' Savannah to freaking hit the hay and get out of the game. Ooh, bars. And then Christina's talking to Sage about doing a split vote, which makes absolutely no freaking sense. She says do 4 on Rizzo. How are you gonna freaking do a split vote when they have 3 votes? Are you actually mentally insane? And then Sage has the absolute audacity, the absolute gall to freaking make a blackheads metaphor. Are we being for realskis right now, brother? And then Christina talks to Soph about voting out Savannah or Rizzo. Does she not know that they're working very closely together? Has she not been paying attention to the game whatsoever? I'm very confused. And then Soph's like, well, I'm saying, yeah, but like, No. And then the winners and Jawan head back to the losers and Christina. And Soph tells Savannah that they want to do a split vote, and I'm not sure where they learn math because that does not make any freaking sense. And then Savannah drops the biggest nuke information bomb in all of Survivor history. She used to be a reporter! Oh my gosh, what the heck? That's the most important job of all of human history. And Savannah said, listen, Soph, if you tell anyone here I was a reporter, I will personally see to it that you are assassinated. And then Savannah tells Rizzo that they're planning on voting for him, and he goes, huh? Not on my watch, bro. And then Rizzo just like goes to everyone and makes up lies about Alex. It's like, hey, yo, Sage, Alex said that you're a freaking freak of nature for having a pickle jar collection, you absolute bozo. It's like, Jawan, Alex said your mom doesn't make good food, buddy. And then Jawan, you know, the top dog strategically says, oh my gosh, guys, I cannot trust Alex at all because the person on the bottom said so. Ah, what the heck? And then we head to the immunity challenge. And it's another foot-based challenge, so I will be skipping to the end because feet freak me out. But I will say, there is actually going to be 2 winners this episode. There's going to be a guy winner and a girl winner. Also, for some reason, Steven just like starts listing off the most stupid, dumb, idiotic space facts that no one cares about. Yeah, but Steven Universe won for the guys. Good job, I guess, bozo. And Savannah Banana won for the girls' W's. And somehow, despite everyone wanting Rizzo and Savannah out of the game, my bro Rizzo holds onto his idol, only gets a single vote, and freaking Alex is absolutely obliterated out of the game. Also, I would like to say that right now the jury only consists of black contestants, which is kind of crazy. But anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe and comment down below what you thought of this episode, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.
Be very sad and feed us the steakest will be make it glad, and make sure to comment about how much Survivor sucks and about how Liz loves Applebee's even though it's butt, and hit the notification bell because if you don't, like you says, it will be a big mistake, and David the Doofus will throw milk in your face, and then Stinky Sue will take a poo all over your shoes.
Hey everybody, this is Bruce here for Season 45 Survivor. Now, I, Bruce, the greatest Survivor player to ever exist, demand that all of you subscribe to Meme View, that's M-E-M-E, View, and hit the like button, or, if you don't, you end up like me on Season 44, alright? You don't want that, do you? Peace!